guys, what you've been hearing and seeing so far is my Grzenia Royale Standard. This guitar, made in Korea. It is excellent. Has your usual accoutrement. It is ebony fretboard, flame maple, or rather mine is sort of flamed and spalted, but looking with flame, spalt, or you know, standard colors. It is made in a small luthier shop in Korea, pardon for this dark camera exposure. You've seen all the specs before, I probably put them on the video. I have had this guitar for probably the better part of a year now. I'd say probably about 8 months, I'd say so. Quickly becoming my easily top favorite guitars. And I am affiliated, you know, with Grzenia, but I mean this honestly. It is a joy to play, built spectacularly. It is easily higher quality than my LTD, almost up there with my Eclipse, which dream guitar of mine. Love the ESP line, love LTDs and all that stuff. I have this thing right now strung up with 12s in B standard, and what you heard was in C standard when I played those sludge riffs. It holds that tuning like a champ. I do have some intonation. I did have to set intonation for that. It wasn't that hard. Came perfectly set up for me. I did adjust the pickups slightly for my setup. The pickups can tend to be a little bit bass heavy, depending on what you're running through. I personally like to use an EQ pedal, and I shave off some of that low end. I'll boost the mid slightly. The pickups in it, on that subject, the high proof set, Firewater set, these are really high output. I like to think of it sort of as a bare knuckle set, but kind of just a flat EQ response almost. The EQ response isn't flat, I would say, but it feels like if you were to just get a 10-band EQ, toss whatever sort of EQ curve you want with this set, you could make just about any bare knuckle sound. I usually have mine set up to make it sound exactly like the Aftermaths, or the Aftermath pickup in my NW44. The only part that I could see about this guitar that people might not gel with at first is the radius. They went with a 16-inch radius on this run specifically, which is the first series. I do believe that is changing to 14 inches, which is more akin to, you know, the LTD, some ESPs. Most of the LTD range is 14 inches. But the only thing I can tell is that it is just a slight bit flatter. Radius and me usually get along, as long it is not, you know, 20 inches or something, which I have played. It is not good for me. On that note, the neck, the back of this is satin. A lot of people really like that. The satin finish on the back of the neck. You can see this is all shiny down here, but up here, got nice satin finish, smooth, silky. And one of the biggest, and I'd say one of the best main attractions to the guitar, besides, you know, just everything else, stainless steel frets. Fantastic. Super smooth. I haven't polished mine yet, which I will do probably next string change. these are elixirs, so I won't have to for a while, but I will probably, you know, give them just a little once over. Other than that, silky smooth. The graphite nut, excellent. Locking tuners, all the modern appointments on the guitar, excellent stuff. I did want to make sure that this wasn't just a honeymoon syndrome sort of thing. And it isn't. I love this thing, absolutely love this thing. I am recording music with this and my Grassroots Les Paul. They both sound really good when you combine them in a mix. It's pretty funny seeing how you can get that super budget tier Grassroots and this thing. These, speaking of budget, the price for these, stellar. You can pick these up for around $1,200 to $1,300, depending on you know, where you're getting it from, and if you talk to Alex and all that stuff, and you know, all that good stuff. Just excellent guitars. Maya's starting to get a lot of playware already, as you can tell, and I absolutely abuse this thing. Hold anything up. Now, nothing but positives to say. The only thing I can think of negatively, these are things that I can think of that might turn people off of the guitars, or maybe consider getting another shape for him or another body style. This thing is heavy. That is not to say it isn't well balanced. If I have this on a strap, it is not on one right now. If I have this on a strap, it stays in position easily. I don't care about neck dive at all, but this has no neck dive. It is crazy. But this is heavier. Now, RD shapes are not known for being light in the first place. So if you're buying an RD or another RD style guitar like this Royale, you're probably already knowing it's going to be a little bit heavy. There's a lot of wood here, and you know what? It feels great. I'm more of that, as Bill Kelleher says from Mastodon, I prefer when my guitar is heavy. I can feel everything, and that's true. There's that. Some people might like a little bit more upper fret access. It's not hard for me. I have big hands. The neck heel is sculpted and carved out, so it does help. A lot of other RDs and RD style guitars just have blocky neck joint. That's something I also never cared about, but some people might see that and get turned off. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. It still plays better. I still solo all the time up here. I don't do crazy sweeps, but you know, always works. And honestly, that's about all I can think of. Maybe if you're not familiar with the control layout on these things, you do have 2 volumes and a tone, and your 3-way switch over here. Everything else is as it is. Of course, you've seen all the B-roll, all the other footage. Mine was a spalted green, and I got to pick out which top I wanted out of the selection of them. Some of them had a lot of spalt. This one was gorgeous, a beautiful mix of spalt and flame in this Grzenia green, as I affectionately call it. And that's all I can say. I have nothing but good things to say. Excellent guitar, sounds fantastic. The video's gone on a little bit longer than I had thought, but it's been a hassle with my other phone dying and you know, getting some other stuff done. So please go check these out. I know I only have, like, you know, all the subs who are currently watching. Please go check it out. Come hang out with us. You can I'll probably have a link to the Discord in the description of the video. We're all there. We all hang out, talk guitars, talk a bunch of other stuff. We're all friends, and it was great being here.